What if the most powerful invention of our time isn't a machine, but a mirror? Not glass and silver, but algorithms and data, polished with every click. This mirror doesn't just show your reflection, it predicts it. At first, it feels like magic. A song you've never heard becomes your favorite track. A product you didn't search for arrives at your door before you even thought of buying it. A city that runs smoother than clockwork, because the mirror has already solved everything. Utopia, right? A reflection so perfect it erases friction, surprise, even pain. But here's the catch. A mirror doesn't only reflect. It bends, it shapes, it hides. It shows you the version of yourself that keeps you looking, scrolling, buying. The more you stare, the less you notice what's missing outside the frame. Ask yourself, when was the last time you listened to a song not on your recommendations, or read an idea that made you uncomfortable, or chose something because it was truly yours, not because it appeared on a feed? The mirror doesn't hate you. It doesn't love you. It doesn't even know you. It knows patterns. It knows probabilities. And probabilities are safer than possibilities. It's where freedom begins to slip. Because the future the mirror offers is not your future. It's the average of millions of pasts. It reduces who you could be into who you most likely are. Think about curiosity. A child asks, why not to get the right answer, but to discover the wrong ones too? Without mistakes, there's no growth. But a mirror doesn't allow mistakes. It edits them out, replacing them with a smoother version of you, an obedient reflection. Now, imagine a society of mirrors. Every choice anticipated, every deviation corrected. On the surface, peace. Beneath, paralysis. Because when nothing surprises us, we stop surprising ourselves. The mirror promises clarity, but too much clarity blinds us. It offers comfort, but too much comfort erases courage. It reflects humanity, but only the parts it can measure. So, what happens to the rest? The doubts, the hesitations, the wild dreams? Maybe the future of freedom isn't breaking the mirror, but stepping back to ask, is this really me or just my reflection? Because the danger is not that machines outthink us. It's that we stop thinking outside them. The mirror will never shatter on its own. It will keep reflecting as long as we stare. The real question is, when you look into that mirror, will you recognize yourself, or only the version the system wants you to be? But the mirror is only half the story, because what lies beyond it is not fate, it's choice. The same intelligence that can sort us into boxes can also break the walls between them. The same network that watches our every move can also watch over our safety in storms, earthquakes, and fires. The same system that narrows who we are into numbers can also reveal patterns that cure disease. Technology is never neutral. It bends toward the values of those who build it. So we stand at a fork in the road. In one direction, prediction without permission, control without consent. A future where your decisions are made faster than you can think them. Where hesitation is no longer a human right, but an error the system corrects. Imagine a city where no crime occurs, not because people are free from violence, but because they are free from choice. Now imagine the other road. The same tools, rewired, redesigned, repurposed. A network of sensors does not just track, it protects. It warns of floods before they rise. Algorithms do not just filter, they explain. They invite challenge. They leave space for refusal. The difference is not in the code, it's in the guardrails we choose. History gives us warnings. Tools built for safety often become instruments of control. But history also gives us hope. Electricity lit not only factories but schools and homes. The danger is real. Because the easier life becomes, the easier it is to hand over control. But hope is real too. Because intelligence can be designed with humility. Think of classrooms where AI adapts to every child's pace, not to replace teachers, but to free them to inspire. Think of hospitals, where AI scans for patterns no doctor could see, not to decide alone, but to give doctors better tools to heal. Think of cities where energy flows are predicted, not to ration freedom, but to keep air clean and water safe. AI can amplify control, or it can amplify care. The line between the two is thinner than we think, and so we return to the question, who decides? That responsibility remains ours. And if we take it seriously, I could stop being a mirror and become a window. We've looked into the mirror and traced the fork in the road. Now comes the part that matters, choosing. The future will not be delivered like a package. It will be built, piece by piece, value by value. Start with this. Keep what is human at the center. Curiosity, care, the right to hesitate. Build systems that explain themselves and accept being questioned. Design guardrails like seatbelts, present, respectful, and easy to check. Protect the pause. The breath before action is where freedom lives. Choose openness, where secrecy suffocates trust. Choose humility, where certainty tempts control. Let intelligence widen imagination, not replace it. Let care scale faster than control. Because tools don't choose sides. We do. And if we choose well, the window opens. Not a window that shows us more of ourselves, but a horizon that invites us beyond ourselves. This is where you come in. Not as an audience, but as an author. Tell us what should be transparent and what must remain private. If this vision resonates, join the build, subscribe, and bring someone with you. Share this episode with one person who thinks the future is fixed. Show them it's designed. In the comments, tell us one system you would open and one you would limit. Because if the last century taught us anything, it's this. Progress without principles is just speed. Principles slow us down just enough to see each other. And when we can see each other, we can decide together. Dystopia. I is about that decision. Not fear, not hype, choice. We will keep asking the hard questions. We will keep showing the possible answers. If you're ready to build a future that keeps freedom alive, subscribe. Join us